this is Nailable and you're watching Sporting Icons.
Now, I'm seeing articles everywhere, and I know people are copying me in on social media to these articles and asking me questions about it, and that, of course, about my thoughts. So I thought, you know what, rather than just keep responding the same way on social media, I thought that I'll quickly do this video. So, of course, there's plenty of articles out there where they're saying that they've had some kind of backdoor confirmation that the Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder fight is going to be rescheduled or postponed even longer for maybe December. Other people and other articles are saying that the fight's off. So which one is it? I have no idea. Personally, I know that a lot of people said that it's been rescheduled because they can't get a date and venue sorted out from November and going to put it in December. But for me, that's what I always heard anyway. I always felt that the fight between Wilder and Tyson Fury would happen in December, and it probably happened around about the 15th of December. That's what I thought it was going to be anyway, so I'm not going to be disappointed if it doesn't happen in November. Personally, I'm not really bothered when it happens, you know. But again, a lot of people say that, you know, this looks bad if they postpone it from or change it from November until December. But no, not really. I think as long as this fight happens, that's the only thing that's really important. And the reason that I say that isn't because necessarily I want the fight to happen, because from a Tyson Fury fan's point of view, I still think it's too early, and those extra few weeks or month isn't going to change anything too much. I mean, it might do. I mean, if there's a slight advantage towards Tyson Fury to get into better shape, then of course go for it. But I think that this fight has to happen. Again, not because that I believe that Tyson Fury is going to win or anything like that. Listen, he can do it. Of course he can. But I do feel that Deontay Wilder will catch him at some point in this fight. I think a bit of ring rust, inactivity, all of it's going to come to a head on that night. But I hope to be wrong, of course. So if it's going to be December, it's going to be December. It's not a problem for me. The fight has to happen now, because if the fight doesn't happen and the other rumours that the fight is actually cancelled, then it's going to look real bad on Frank Warren. Real bad on Tyson Fury, real bad on Deontay Wilder, real bad on Shelly Finkel, isn't it? So this fight has to happen, even if these guys have to come to the ring on damn crutches because they had some kind of issue in training camp. This fight has to happen now, or people will point and finger and mock them because of everything that they said over the reasons for Joshua Wilder falling apart. So this fight has to happen, and that's why I believe it will happen. On what date? I'm not really bothered about what date. If it happens in November, it happens in November. If it happens in December, it happens in December. I'm not too fussed. But as long as the fight goes ahead, as I said, otherwise people are just going to be mocking them. Now, no date and venue as of this making of this video, of course, so we still don't know. The December 15th one was just a date that I pulled from the air because looking at the boxing calendar, that seemed to be the only one in December that's free. Because on the weekend after that, you've got Warrington and Warrington and Frampton, of course. Obviously, that'll be in the UK, but it's box office, BT box office, so pay-per-view. And I wouldn't have thought that they're going to do a pay-per-view in America as well as on the same day. That's just ridiculous from a company making money point of view, isn't it? There again, even putting the fight 1 week before Warrington and Frampton. That might be a little bit iffy as well, because how many people want to pay 2 pay-per-views within the space of a week? Not many people, really, are they? But to be fair, I mean, going by the price that Canelo and Triple G was of $16.95, so £17, is much cheaper than what Sky Sports do it. So if they can keep that kind of price, that's going to lure a few people to not mind paying the pay-per-view on BT Sport too much. So yeah, if they can keep that kind of pricing going, excellent. But when are they going to announce this fight? As a lot of you guys have said, probably on the same day or day before as Joshua and Povetkin. And if Frank Warren does that, and if they do that, then it's obvious why they've done it. They're still trying to play games, you know. They can't do anything without involving Joshua somehow. Okay, they can't do this fight without involving Joshua, because Joshua brings hype, Joshua brings the name, Joshua brings the brand. Okay, so if they did that, then it's a very childish, stupid move to make, and a very obvious one. So Frank, listen listen to me. If you do that, that's just ridiculous. That shows how weak and whatever else it may be that you guys are, because that's just pathetic. It's predictable and childish is what it is. So it's not going to get a shock. It's not going to ruin Joshua versus Povetkin. People who's going to buy it are still going to buy it with or without the announcement of Wilder and Tyson Fury. And likewise, if they're not going to buy Joshua Povetkin for whatever reason, they don't like the fight, they don't like Joshua, they're not happy with the undercard like me, I'm not too thrilled with that undercard, then again, they're not going to buy it. And it makes no difference for the announcement of Wilder versus Tyson Fury, because a lot of people, especially in the UK, feel that this is a step too far or too early for Tyson Fury after everything that he's been through and the opposition that he's faced on his comeback, and of course losing weight and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's pointless, to be honest. If they do that, I mean, this fight should have been announced 6 weeks ago, right? But anyway, what can you do? It is what it is. So you drop your thoughts below. Do you think that this fight is cancelled? Do you think it's off? Do you think it was never even on? I know some people have been saying that, and of course they're going with the rumour, and it is only a rumour, that the fight's been cancelled. Or do you think that it's just a case of they couldn't quite get a date for November, so they're switching to December? Ultimately, does it matter if it's November or December? Will those extra couple of weeks help Tyson? But for me, I think if they help Tyson, then they're going to help Wilder too, aren't they? Anyway, you drop your thoughts below about it all. Click that thumbs up and subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.